Hey, what's up, everybody? It's KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. I'm your host, Brendan Abbott, and my two co-hosts, Carly Lewis over there to the far right, and Rashawn Pinnell to my left. We're bringing you KBR Sports and WODU Studios, the best in college radio. We also got our guest here today, Rudy Henderson. And make sure you guys tune into us every Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and Eastern Time. And also listen to us on Rabble TV, Spreaker, and iTunes also. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, good, good. All good.
Yep.
Ready to have my one shining moment.
One
Good.
shot, the ball is tipped. Tired over here.
Word.
Don't forget to tweet us questions and comment on YouTube video.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Khalid. There you go. All right, y'all. Let's get
Hold it
right into
down.
it. The topics for today consist of both national championship games, men and women. And we'll also get into a little bit of Greg Hardy and the comments he made to Adam Schefter. And then we'll get into the NBA Hall of Fame with Shaquille O'Neal, Yao Ming, and Allen Iverson being the headliners for that 2016 class. And then the Golden State Warriors lost yet last night to the Timberwolves and how that pursuit for 73 is looking right now. But yeah, guys, to jump right into it, the national championship games with the women winning last night and then the men winning a Monday night. It was exciting to see that especially in the men's game that the hype it lived up to the hype entirely. Like it didn't disappoint. It was everything we all hoped it would be. Villanova took the win 77-74. A lot of people saw them as underdogs, but it was a game that nobody really saw. Well, some people saw the outcome coming. I remember we talked about it and we were saying now this one would win a 7-game series, but Villanova could win. Just all they need to do is win one game. So, what do you guys think of this game and how Villanova won it? Rashad, I'll start with you. What do you think?
The game came down basically to whoever had the ball last. That's the way the game was running pretty much the whole game. It was evened out. Each team always had their runs at some point in the game. UNC had the first run starting off in the first half. Then second half, they came out a little dry. Villanova came out on fire, had their great run, and then took a late run at the end of the game for UNC to put themselves in position. But it kind of has like basically everybody looked at it. It's going to come down to whoever had the ball in the last possession was going to score as win the game. And looking at it, knowing how efficient Villanova is, if you know they have the ball last possession, more than likely the ball's going in. So you can't do nothing about a team that's shooting 70% throughout the tournament, shooting 50% against UNC after coming off a 70% game. It's just that team was clicking at the right time.
Okay, Kylie, what do you think?
I think Villanova won this because one, they had great 2-point defense. I think the they held UNC to like 30% from the 2-point range. And it forced them a whole lot of mid-range jumpers and longer range shots. I think that helped them, win a little bit. They also, I think it got so close is because Prince Jenkins set out early in the first half because of his fouls. So, but with the combined scoring of Ryan Arcidia Kono, I think that's his name.
Archie Diacono.
Arcidia. Okay, you got that one. Phil Booth and Chris Jenkins, it definitely helped them get that win. I think they had somewhat control, but Marcus Page just came through in the second half and just came in with his 17 points in that second half to get the game to where it was at the end, and then that off balance 3-point shot, and then finally Chris Jenkins with his amazing buzzer beating three.
All right, Rudy, what do you think about the game?
I love watching the game. It was one of the reasons that you just love to watch sports in general. It was a great game. It was back and forth the entire way. Nobody was getting blown out and like came back. It was literally a back and forth affair the entire game. And although you hate to see a team lose like that, as far as on that game-winning shot, the shot in itself was a great shot, and it just followed up. I would argue an even crazier shot by Marcus Page. So it was one of the best games I've seen in a long time, college or NBA, and it really did the hype justice. This is one of the first years where it did the hype justice. Usually they hype up the game really big, and then one team sort of ends up. I won't say they'll get smacked, but it won't be as close as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising because I mean, I thought because UNC went 11 of 17 from 3-point range, And when you shoot 64%, or rather say 65% from 3-point range, it seems like you're destined to win the game. And you said Villanova shot 57% from 3-point range, and their defense they just played great defense. I mean, they limited Bryce Johnson. They took away what UNC does best, which is their inside game. But then UNC brought it from the outside game, and that's essentially what I thought was going to help them get the win. But then Villanova just wasn't going for it, and it's just crazy to see just the overall stats of the game and everything. Like Bryce Johnson had 14 points. He was 6 of 10, and normally this man is like almost nearly averages 20 points a game. And then you have Archie Diacono that stepped up. You have Hart that stepped up. You know, like Kyle was saying, you have Phil Booth who stepped up 20 points off the bench. It was just great shot making by these guys, and they deserved it, especially with Chris Jenkins knocking down that late shot. Do you guys feel as though UNC holds some capability of allowing Chris Jenkins to be able to get that walk-up shot? I know a lot of people are saying that because the game was tied 74-74, and people were saying Bryce Johnson sagged off into the paint to protect the paint. So do you guys feel as though in that situation, UNC kind of had like a little mental lapse, or was just great play call by Villanova?
I think in situations like this, we're always going to try and find a way to assign blame to someone, or something could have been done or this or that. But in the heat of the moment, like, they probably had certain assignments. I don't blame Bryce for going to the paint, because most teams, I know how I am and how I would want to be coached is there's enough time left for somebody to get in there, get in the paint, and try and get fouled and win this on free throws. So I think that was the smart move. And it's not like Jenkins didn't have a hand in his face. Like, he shot it over.
Isaiah Hicks was right there.
Isaiah Hicks is right there. He shot it over somebody. So I don't know what it is that certain people are thinking about. Like, North Carolina just went and just let him shoot the ball. It was a great shot over a defender. Like,
over a 7-footer.
Exactly, over a 7-footer. So no, I don't think there's anything more they could have done. I think they did what they could have done, and that was the outcome. That's what happened.
Okay, Khalid, what do you think?
Same thing. I mean, you can't really give any blame to UNC. It was just, you just gotta attribute that great shot to Chris Jenkins. I mean, he shot it over a defender, and as far as he was from the 3-point line, I mean, it was just an amazing shot. And yeah, you can't really put blame on UNC because, I mean, they, like Rudy said, they had this specific assignments. They might have been in a position where they thought they could get the ball back quickly and could make a quick point or whatever. But I mean, it just happened that Chris Jenkins had that golden shot right there.
All right, Rashad.
I mean, there's nothing wrong to blame that. Bryce Johnson did what he's supposed to do by sagging into the paint, because as easily as you see that this Villanova team can easily break a press and get easier transition points so quick. 4 seconds is a lot of time for that team. So he did the right thing. Isaiah Hicks, I understand, like, if you look at it, he kind of like backed off a little when Ryan Arcianoto, the arc decided to, he kind of like lowered his shoulder like he was going to drive, and it kind of, because the way what Joel Berry was positioned at, it kind of forced Isaiah Hicks to sag off a little. So when the dump off pass, he was a little far off, but he was still enough to contest. So I mean, you can't do nothing wrong. You just have 2 great players making great plays there, and that's what happened.
See, I seen a lot of people, like, when they analyze this last play, they talk about when some, I forgot who came and set the pick for Archie Diacono, but they said that on that play, Hicks was a little far. He should have showed more, because then instead of Archie Diacono being able to keep going straight forward, he would have had to go more east-west kind of thing. So it would have took more time off the clock. I mean, it's really micro analyzing at this point, but that's the way they saw it. That's the way I heard them say. I mean, I agree that he just hit a great shot, but that's the standpoint a lot of these guys are coming from. They're saying that if they would have showed more on the pick and roll, that possibly there could have been more seconds coming off the clock, so he wouldn't have gotten easy a shot, and then it would have put Hicks in a position where if he would have forced him to go east-west, then he would have seen Jenkins coming up the court right behind him. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was a great shot made. But congratulations to Villanova at the end, for real. And man, they got classes off for the win too. Villanova canceled classes because of the win. Yeah, man. Then going on to the women's game,